name is Martin Firestone, chef owner at Firestone's, attached to Gordon's Butcher Shop and Cap and Cork, Harris's Cap and Cork, that is. Started out in Pittsburgh with culinary school. I was with the company for about 12 years. They were a corporately owned seafood type style restaurants, a higher end. After that, moved to Erie here about 20 years ago. Started in the club industry, so I was a club chef for the past 20 years. And that's where I'm at today. Decided to get involved with Gordon's, my partners, and came up with this place, and here we are. As all chefs do, we kind of evolve and revolve and kind of come back to certain things. Did a lot of classical cooking over the years. I was always trying to be relevant, trying to be up to date. And over the past few years, especially the past year working on this, it wasn't about that. For me, it was about cooking the way I wanted to cook. And I like to cook with fire. I like to cook open flame. I like it to be over coal now. So it's one of those things that started for me a few years ago at camp when I just started cooking over flame, over fire with a lot of guys, drinking some bourbon, having a good time, and started to really research some really good chefs out there who cook over flame, cook over fire, and it just really intrigued me. And the more I got into it, the more it started to spark my interest in that style of cooking. And it really truly over the years of what I've learned and was trained and taught, I've been able to bring that all together into something that I believe for myself represents who I am when I put my food out on the plate. First chef I ever trained under Bruce Patterson in Pittsburgh, was probably one of the most influential chefs that I ever worked for in my life. He taught me a lot about not only how to act in the kitchen, but also how to make sure that your name is your name and you take care of that name and the quality's there. As far as over the years, there's different chefs I worked with, but lately I've been just watching some different guys and trying to research them as well. Francis Mallman is one of my favorite chefs. He is 100% over open flame. He's pretty an old school traditionalist, but yet his food is so simplistic but complex in the same way. It's just unbelievable. He uses fire as an ingredient. He doesn't use it just as a cooking source, which is pretty intriguing to me. Complete open style kitchen. The synergy that we could bring right with the butcher shop, right to the plate, right to our customer. It was all about the interaction that we're able to do with this type of setup, and that was the biggest push and the biggest part of the idea that we wanted to bring together with the concept. To really see people's reaction when we're just taking a very simplistic approach to our food and just bringing it straight forward. It's a good cut of meat. It's cooked properly, in our opinion. Very well done. Not literally well done, because we won't cook a steak well done. Not our cuts, not happening. The 3 days leading up until we opened here, stressful was definitely one of them. Tiring, excitement, just about everything you can imagine all in one. We weren't sure how we were going to pull it off. You know, we were coming off the pandemic. The pandemic was still just starting to ease up a little bit. Our approach was basically just open the damn doors and get it done. I mean, we planned as much as we could. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a very tedious and anal, retentive, to the point, organized person, and some of that had to be thrown out because we were just dealing with what we had to deal with, i.e. staffing, just unforeseen things that come up. And opening a place up, anyone who's done it will tell you there's 1,000 little things that pop up that you don't expect, but you kind of expect them until they hit you. And then when they hit you pretty good. So you just got to be able to react. And so first few days leading up to it, yeah, it was stressful, but the excitement was there. And to finally open the doors for a place with your name on the wall and on the door, it was worth it. Tasty experience kind of came up by sitting down and talking to our marketing director, talking about our logos and stuff. And as our conversation went on, she kind of coined the phrase. I had talked about when you come in, I want you to see the experience, taste what we're doing. But I think as we really sat down and dissected what tasty experience means, it's the experience that I have over 31 years in the industry. I've been exposed to a lot of different types of cuisine, different experiences overseas as well. And not only my experience, but the experience that you get to show when you come in here that goes with it. You get to taste what we're doing. So tasty experience is not just my experience, but you're going to taste the experience of what we're doing here.